head coach John promised adapting football. The reality, despite vertical long balls, predictable crosses, and poor rest defense. Today, we expose the chaotic twist behind Indonesia's attack in the Hyundai Cup. In opening match against Cambodia, their right side rotation was highly effective. Sandy Walsh pushed up to stay high and wrist, providing the maximum width, while Beckham occupies the half space. This forced the opponent's defensive line to stretch. The leader is the defensive midfielder, dropping into the fullback position. Once this happened, Rangers anticipate their delivery and initiate sprint to exploit the space behind fullback, successfully arriving in the final third. This pattern continuously penetrated Cambodia's defensive organization. On the left side, the structure is slightly different, but the leader remained the same when the defensive midfielder drops. Patayamaran stays wider, maintaining the fullback position. Tom Haile then moves wider, which serves as a visual signal. This immediately prompts Pavangras to exploit the space behind the defensive line, leading to an early cross. In the second match against Timor-Leste, Indonesia changed to 5 starters, including their back three and wing backs. Even after Timor-Leste was reduced to 10 men in the 20th minute, Indonesia struggled to penetrate, although they easily progressed into the opponent half. Their ball circulation was ineffective, despite Tom Haile moving wider and the centre-back fatally moving into the half space. Indonesia had to exploit their wide areas and penetrate the compact block, resulting to predictable switch-open play and simple crosses. In the 45th minute, Sandy Walsh and Patayama came on, completely changed the tempo. Same rotation with switch-over play and liners inside the zone created a breakthrough. However, critical issue in the match was Indonesia's less defense. When the goalkeeper predict vertical pass, Timor-Leste immediately transitioned into a counter-attack, with 4 players quickly arriving in the final third to create a 3-2. A massive vulnerability in transition. In the third match against Vietnam, Ahmad started as a central centre-back, with Litsky on the right. From the first whistle, Vietnam initiated an aggressive high press, employing the man-to-man marking system made by their front three. While Indonesia's rotation remained similar, a critical throw emerged in their first phase build-up around the penalty box. As Ahmad moved wider, midfielder Ibar was pulled into two minds, unsure whether to stay inside or drift wide. He says structural hesitation became the perceived trigger for Vietnam. Striker Dim Bak cleverly cut off one side of the pitch, while Haidong slid across to press Vitsky completely isolated without viable passing options. Vitsky was dispossessed and Indonesia was punished in the 5th minute. A more pressing issue emerges in phase 2 build-up. Indonesia's rotation lacks structural integrity, with Tom higher dropping into fullback position and Litsky pushing higher, Reinders go into the half space. Thammat is forced to play wide against Lieutenant's compact central block. This predictable path becomes the pressing trigger for Vietnam. Haidong immediately cut off the pressing ray, force a play, exits vertical long path. The moment Indonesia lose possession, they attempt to counter press. But Vietnamese defense structure is fundamentally flawed, with Whiskey caught high around the opponent penalty box and forced number 6 out of position. Haigon easily exploit the massive space, creating a 1v1 situation against the goalkeeper. This is that positional fluidity. It is a disorganized, chaotic rotation that destroys defensive transition. In the final group match against Singapore, Indonesia adjusted their structure to completely secure their less defense, keeping both center-backs and defensive midfielder keeper for stability. To progress the ball, attacking midfielder but deliberately drop and lifted wide, creating overload on the flank. This specific rotation was calculated tactical trap. While Singapore's centre-back managed to step back and mark number 11. This movement acted as a decoy. Indonesia immediately changed the point of attack, delivering a precise long ball into the vacated space. A brilliantly executed mechanism that created a massive chance with the first minute. Arriving in the opponent's half, a defensive midfielder dropped deeper and left centre-back Patayanamat drifted wider. However, rather than overlapping or underlapping to invite counter-attack, number 16, Pamungkas, provide maximum width, while number 11 prepared for an inside run. Consequently, they distorted to a simple cross, much like the Timor-Leste match. They failed to exhibit great rotation while focusing more on defensive stability than in the previous 3 matches. They didn't create major chances with their fluidity, reminiscent of the opening Cambodia match.